to be here.
We got Doug Brown of the Junkluggers.
That's right.
Yeah, you've been in the business for about how long?
Since 21.
Okay.
2021, yeah. It's been a fun business. We get to help people solve unique problems every day. And the best part about it is when a client hires us to remove their unwanted items, the look on their faces, the stress relief is just dramatic. And you know that you're helping and giving somebody an immediate impact and solving their problem immediately, and they have a clean space to work with moving forward.
How's the week starting out in that wonderful space?
It's Monday. It's always great. We always get a lot of jobs Monday for the rest of the week, and closer to the end of the month, we get a lot more jobs because homes are closing and people have to move out of apartments and condos and whatnot. So Monday is always a good week because we can start to plan what our week's actually going to look like from a business perspective.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Saving the world one lug at a time.
Saving the world one lug at a time. It's our motto and our mission to essentially keep things out of the landfill, right? So what we promise to do is to donate, recycle, and repurpose everything we possibly can, saving space in the landfill so your mattress, your old TV, your old dresser, whatever it might be, won't rot away in 3,000 years. It will actually be reused for a family that can actually have it.
Awesome. Alex?
Do you think that is a motto and a system that you guys use in a business that actually kind of brings people to you guys as a junk removal business?
1,000%. Folks love the fact that we are trying to be as green as possible, right? So we are trying to save the environment one lug at a time. And by doing so, really, it's really the evolution and the cycle of a piece of furniture's life or clothing's life or whatever it might be. Just because, we're Americans, so we consume a lot. And sometimes we buy something brand new to replace something that's not even that bad. So that item that someone's replacing could be used for somebody else's needs. And so by working with our donation partners, or even if it's just something that we can recycle, that can be put back into the economics of the market cycle for that one instrument, whether it be steel or plastics or computer components, whatever it might be, we're keeping it out of the landfill so it can down the line be used again somewhere at some point.
And then we just had our open business day last week, a lot of new faces in the room. Was there any specific profession that was there that you thought was like perfect for your business?
Well, what's the great thing about the junk business is that almost everybody is a potential client, right? Everyone has stuff, right? But from our perspective, the one thing that we love to work with, the clients that we love to work with are those folks who have reoccurring needs for junk removal. And that would be like a property manager, it would be a senior home specialist, senior home placement specialist. Attorneys are great, whether it be divorce attorneys or whether it be estate planning attorneys. Any type of person that's involved in a life-changing event, usually somewhere down the line will have a need for junk removal. But the biggest and best referrals that we have currently are probably either professional organizers and realtors.
Over the next 12 months, what are you looking forward to? What does a successful BNI year look like for you?
Well, Eric, that's a great question, considering that I am co-partnering with the growth coordinator position at BNI Titans with Heath over at My Computer Pro. The one thing that I'm looking for is to grow our chapter. So we're about 40 members right now. We have several applications in right now. That's going to be great to head into the new year with. But I think if we can get to north of 50, pushing 60 members in our chapter, that's just going to be a great result for everybody and every member of our chapter. It just gives us the more ability to network, more ability to build relationships and learn about each other's businesses and how we can help. So from my perspective, what a winning at BNI looks like is bring more members in.
And what do you love about the work that you get to do?
The result on the look on people's faces, right? It's not about the actual transaction of money. It's about knowing that we've actually helped somebody achieve the goal they're looking to achieve. And a lot of times, the situation we get called when a major life event has happened, when someone has passed away, and you have 30, 40 years of stuff in a house that needs to be removed. And it's a daunting task for somebody who might be an executive of an estate or the son or daughter of mom or dad who just passed away. It's a lot to handle. But you call us in and we take care of everything for you from a removal needs standpoint. And next thing you know, you have a clean palette to work off of and try to list that house and sell that house or whatever situation it might be. It's just the stress relief that our clients have. It's just something that we really cherish.
So the look on their face, obviously you've got a result that you've provided, a service you've provided. What are clients loving about their experience with Junkluggers?
Well, we have these things called, we call them 4 green guarantees. First and foremost, we have on-time arrivals, which is a big hit. If a client books an appointment with us at 10 o'clock, we give them a 2-hour window as when we show up. So we'll show up between 10 a.m. and noon. And in that situation, our guys will always give a 30 minutes heads up call that we're on our way. Clients really like that because they can go about planning their day knowing about what's going to happen when we're there. Secondly is our price assurance guarantee. When we come in, we give a free, no obligation estimate to remove your items, and that estimate will never charge you more than that estimate. And actually, many times, sometimes the estimate was high, and we'll charge you actual less than what we were telling you you're going to do. So people really like that because it's fair and honest pricing. The other one would be that we have the mission of donating and recycling everything. So if we can donate your items, we will return to you a donation receipt so you can offset against that against your tax records. And the fourth and final guarantee is 100% client satisfaction. So when we show up to do a job, we complete our job, we ask our clients if they are 100% satisfied with the work we've done. Most times they say yes, and if they say no, well, you forgot that thing. Well, sorry about that. We'll go pick that up and remove it immediately. And as long as we leave the job with 100% client satisfaction, we've done our job correctly.
Awesome. So I'm looking forward to the growth coordinator that you just mentioned a minute ago. Why BNI? Why Titans?
Yeah, great question. And for someone who's new to BNI, it could be a little daunting, a little terrifying maybe in some situations. But when I first joined it a couple of years ago, I kind of had those same feelings and emotions. What am I really getting myself into? The reason I'm still with BNI is because, quite frankly, it works. You have to trust the process. If you trust the process, show up, be engaged, be high energy, explain your value proposition to the other members, get to know the other members, your business will grow. You will see revenue coming in. And then you'll notice something kind of funny. You'll notice that you want to help other people grow too. And it's that whole giver's gain mentality. And it's kind of interesting. I actually have a high correlation between my thank you for closed business with revenue received. So going into next year, I want to double my thank you for closed business because I know that my revenue received will be right in line with it.
What do you think, since you've been in BNI, has been one of your pillars of success with your professional and growing your business, but then also becoming a true member of the chapter, getting to know everyone?
Yeah, I think that's it. It's all about relationships. People are going to buy from people they like. Right? And, the other day I was listening to a BNI podcast and they said people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so building relationships is the best way to really demonstrate how much you care. And then once people figure that out, the trust is there, the credibility comes in, and the next boom, you have consistent partnerships with people within your chapter.
And is there one specific piece of advice you'd give yourself back in 21 when you first joined the business that would have maybe changed your outcome of today and been greater?
Great question, and it's just because you join a BNI chapter doesn't mean you can't go to other BNI chapters. So one of the best values in BNI that I find is I visit other chapters. I look at my schedule and see where I can fit in another meeting somewhere along the valley. And as long as that valley doesn't have a junk remover in there as an industry, I can go into that chapter and promote my business as much as I want to. And it's been a great success for me over the last year or so. But when I first started, I wish I'd done that a lot more.
Yeah, it is a crazy impact what that can do.
Yes.
And how did you first feel about the winning at all levels theme? What was the first few things that kind of brought out of you that you wanted to really pursue?
It ties in with life, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get up every morning, you want to win. So why not coordinate that with our mission this year at BNI Titans? And with winning at all levels, it's not just about increased revenue, right? It's about lifestyle. It's about how you can help people. It's really about how you can grow as a person as well. And that's another great thing about BNI is that we have education components to BNI meetings. It can help you learn, develop your skills, and really fulfill your full potential as an individual as well.
With the full potential piece, in BNI we have Giver's Gain, the Gains Profile, Goals, Accomplishments, Interests, Networks, and Skills. Anything, goals, accomplishments, anything in those categories, personal and business, over the next year that you want to focus on growth?
Yeah, I'll just start with the G, goals, right? Let's face it, we're all in business to do well and make money and support our families, right? And I know from a fact that the better I do at BNI, the better my business does. So my goal is to double my revenue and double my thank you for close business, which means more BNI meetings to attend, which means more one-to-one meetings, get to know my fellow BNI members out there, and really use that as a way to get to my revenue goals.
Well, and just a month ago, you broke it down logically. Okay, I've had this many one-to-ones.
Yeah.
It's occurred this many referrals, and it's brought this amount of money in.
Right.
If I double that, got to double this number.
Exactly. Science of sales.
Right.
It's pretty simple.
Currently, favorite podcast, favorite book?
My favorite book of all time is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Right. That really helped open my eyes. I spent 25 years in corporate America, and I read that book. I'm like, oh, okay, I have more to give. So that's a book that I refer to quite a bit, especially the chapter on auto-suggestion. You know, kind of cheat your subconscious mind into believing what you already want is already there.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, if we had more time, or maybe a different podcast episode, we'll have a special session on cheating the subconscious.
Yes, I could do that all day.
Alex?
Just to get into kind of the background of what people don't see, are you a morning person or a late night person?
Morning person. I wake up pretty early.
Really?
And it's the only time of the day I have silence. So that's when I do my best thinking.
You start with coffee, go
Coffee.
to the gym.
2 cups of coffee probably by 6 a.m.,
Wow.
which is probably not good for my health, but, we'll deal with it
It's
later.
good for the business, though.
Yeah.
And then what was the first job ever? What kind of defined you?
My first job ever, I worked in a factory, and I was just kind of like the gopher boy and did everything, and a lot of garbage, actually. But that's, I don't want to talk about that. My very first, best job ever was I was a camp counselor at Lute Olson's basketball camp in 1993, and that was a lot of fun. And Steve Urkel was in that camp.
As an adult or a child?
No, as a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
I'm an old guy. I'm an old guy, but Steve Urkel was in that camp.
Any surprising skills or hobbies that you want to share that people may not know about you?
I don't really want to share it, but I will mention that I am a struggling guitar player.
Okay.
And I've been playing for 35, 40 years or so now. And all I got to say is that if YouTube was around when I first started playing, I'd be way better.
Yeah.
So struggling, you can still play something?
I could play things. Yeah.
Okay.
I could play a lot of middle ends or beginning middle ends, and not really all together, but we can have fun around a campfire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I took a couple years of lessons. I can't play a lick of it. If you
Practice
could
makes
have
perfect.
one message on a billboard for everybody to see, what would it be?
Get after it.
Wow.
Yeah. Sometimes when people start a business or they start a new in Denver, Denver.
They have billboards in Denver. You
No,
could
not
start a
Denver.
business in Denver.
Endeavor. In Denver. I can't even say the word right
Endeavor.
now. Endeavor. Thank you. You always think that you need to have a perfect plan to execute it before you get down to it. You don't need it. Just do it. I think what Churchill said, a good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. If he didn't say it, I apologize, Winston, but that's
probably in the right vein.
That's a quote. If you have an idea, act on it. Don't sit on it, because next thing that's just going to be an idea in a trash can.
Mm-hmm.
Alex?
Like Nike said, just do it. But leaving here today, if there's one piece of advice or a message that you want to give to the people listening that don't know you very well, what would you tell them?
Take risks. Take risks when you're young. When you have no responsibilities and
Nothing to lose.
Get after it. Find your passion and figure out how you can make a living at it. Another great quote that I heard that I actually live by is that you can't escape a prison until you realize you're in one. Right? So don't be a 50-year-old man and decide, oh crap, I got to start things over. Do it when you're young, right? And really follow your passions and your dreams.
Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure.
Looking forward to the year.
Awesome.
Thanks, Doug.
All right. Edit that a little bit.